What's going on, guys? I want to do another silver related video, and in this video I want to talk about the Eisenhower dollar coins, very specifically because there's a little bit of confusion for people out there who are looking for silver and American currency surrounding these coins. And I've actually been misinformed in the past and gave out incorrect information, so I want to make this video talking about it and kind of correct my past video and any kind of past information that people had. Now these are some coins that I recently got at a bank. Christine and I, if we're in an area that we're normally not, like our hometown, we'll visit banks and we'll go and we'll just see if they have any Kennedy half dollars or any Eisenhower dollar coins, because this U.S. currency could contain silver. Now, a lot of this silver is plucked out of currency. There's a lot of people doing what we do. So, every week, every month, every year that passes, there's a less and less chance that you're going to find silver in circulation. Banks are obviously aware of this, so sometimes tellers will pluck any kind of silver coins out of their drawer. They'll personally set them aside for themselves or people they know. So it's a little bit rare to find it, but you just never know. The best place to find silver in American currency would be anyone who who is older. Grandparents, great-grandparents. They have a little piggy bank, a jug full of stuff. That's going to be your jackpot right there. Their quarters, their dimes, dollar coins, half dollar coins, they're probably all going to be silver. So if you happen to have a grandmother, grandfather, great-grandparents, your neighbors' grandparents, ask them if they have any old change laying around, because it could be a lot of silver there. All right, these two Kennedy halves, neither one contains silver. One's a 1980, one's a 1990. But I wanted to just put them in this video because I got them at the bank at the same time, and I want to give you a visual reference in the difference in size of these coins. This is already a pretty large coin, considering our largest coin currently is a quarter, or a dollar coin like a Sacagawea or a presidential dollar coin. And even though this one's bigger, the Eisenhower is even bigger than that. Okay, so it is a very large, heavy, substantial coin. Dwight D. Eisenhower, our 34th president, he's obviously commemorated on this coin. From 1971 to 1976, they produced a lot of these coins. Now, the only ones that had silver in them were uncirculated coins for collectors' purposes and proof sets. Okay. Now I have some information here I'm going to read directly that I was printed off of coinflation.com, which I love for information on this kind of stuff. So I'm going to read this word for word so you guys can better understand, which of these Eisenhowers actually contain silver. So it says here, all of the silver Ike coins were minted at the San Francisco Mint in 71, 72, 73, 74, and 76. These coins were either uncirculated or proof. Uncirculated coins came in cellophane with a blue plastic token in a blue envelope. Proof issues came in a proof set-like plastic case in a fancy brown wood-colored box with a gold seal on the back. The uncirculated coins are referred to as the blue Ikes, and the proofs were referred to as the brown Ikes. Coins minted in 1975 and 76 are the bicentennial and come with a quarter and a half dollar of that year. The uncirculated coins were sold by the mint for $3, the proof versions for $10. Two varieties of the dollar were produced in 76 and can be distinguished by the thickness of the lettering. Now, in bold letters underneath that statement on the website, it says, and I quote, "I'm begging you, read the preceding paragraph again. For the love of everything holy, read every word. If you type silver Eisenhower dollar value in your search engine, you may have ended up here. But it does not mean your coin has any silver in it. Most Eisenhower dollars don't, especially if it's worn and circulated. The best way to distinguish the two versions is by weight. The copper nickel version weighs 22.68 grams. The silver Ike dollar weighs 24.59 grams. Okay, and then it references another page on their website. So that's the most interesting information about these, is that you can't necessarily just go by the dates. Now, in the past, I read from multiple websites saying, 71 to 76 Eisenhower dollars contain 40% silver. And that is a little misleading, because basically what the coins that contain the silver were the collector's coins. And most of those collector's coins, they stayed in their little packaging and their little boxes, and coin collectors, distributed amongst themselves or bought them, sold them, saved them for their grandkids, whatever. It would be very rare for one of those collector's coins to be used at a store and end up in circulation. So basically, what you have to do to really find out if one of these has silver content is to weigh it. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do right now. I previously weighed all these, so I'm not going to give you, the result yet, but I do want to show you on here just a quick example of this. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see what's going on here. Now, my unit of measurements is in grams. I randomly grab one of these. This one's a 72. Put it on there, and it comes in at 22.58 grams. Okay, now the silver ones would weigh more. It would weigh closer to 25 grams, 24.59. So because this is, 22.58, the regular circulated ones were 22.68. That's close enough. We'll just assume my scale is off a fraction. All right, so this one is obviously a standard circulated Eisenhower, contains no silver. All right, here's another one. Here's a 71. Again, very close to 22.6 at 22.54. So no silver in that one. 22.58, and so on. Now I'll spare you the time because I did weigh all these, and none of these have any kind of silver value in them or silver content. So, just as a quick recap to this, it would be very rare for you to find one of these Eisenhowers in circulation that did have silver content because they were collectible coins. However, it's not necessarily impossible. I have found one, I think it was a 72 Eisenhower that was in circulation. I actually got it at a McDonald's. This was sometime last year. I was ordering something, and I actually asked the kid that was there. He was going through the change. I'm like, you don't have any half dollars or anything in there? And he held up one. He's like, I got one of these big coins. I think it's $1. He didn't even know. And I'm like, well, can I have it? I'll give you $1 for it. He's like, yeah, sure. And that happened to be a 40% silver Eisenhower. But it's extremely rare. It's very rare. In fact, I already sold that one along with a lot of other silver since then. So I don't even have it here to give you as an example. Otherwise, I'd show it to you. So more times than not, if you get these at your banks, or your local stores, there's probably a good chance that there's no silver in it. However, I do strongly recommend that you weigh it on a digital scale. If it is very close to that 24.59 grams, it's probable that that does have silver content. And like I said, right now in the low market, it would still be worth, more than 500% of its value as just a coin. So if this was a 40% Ike, instead of $1, it's worth, almost $5.50 in silver. So really interesting, and obviously as the market climbs back up and silver raises in value, it'll just continue to gain value. But I wanted to clarify that in this video because there was a little confusion in the past, and a lot of sites that do say they contain silver, they don't have that very important additive that the ones with silver were not in circulation. They were minted and proof sets. So anyway, just a little bit of information. Most of the silver buffs out there already know this, but this video is a little bit more geared towards the people starting to scavenge for silver at their local banks and stores and stuff like that. Anywhere that you're buying something, if you're at a store near the register, there's no harm in asking the clerk or cashier there, hey, do you happen to have any of the $50 or dollar coins? Because you never know what you're gonna find. You're already at the store, you're already going there and doing that kind of stuff. Same thing, I mean, some people make it a hobby to do bank hopping. And bank hopping is literally going to a town. And most towns around me, there's probably 3 or 4 banks in pretty much every town, in a 50-mile radius. So there's a lot of banks around here. More specifically, in a city where you're going to have a lot more volume of people going to the bank, you have a little bit better of a chance of finding something like this. I mean, it kind of depends. I mean, I'm out in the country, so there's much less people going to the bank, but the people who are going to the bank are more or less older people, at least where I live. So it's kind of a toss-up. You never really know where you're going to find silver, but it doesn't hurt to ask. If you go to your bank, you can actually order through your bank, $50 coins, the Kennedys, or you can order these Eisenhowers, but more times than not, they have like a $500 minimum. All right, so, you have to order a bunch at a time. You can't just go there and order 20 of them, but they would give you a big case. And from what I understand, most banks already filter that, so there's a good possibility that there's still no silver in it. But for entertainment purposes and for my own curiosity, I like to do that in the future. So stay tuned for that video whenever I happen to have that money laying around, which won't be for a long while. But eventually, I'll go ahead and do that anyway because I'm curious about it. But in the meantime, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you have any comments or questions, write down below. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a good day, and I will see you soon.